Hey, English learners, welcome back to Enhance Your English podcast, where we help you speak English naturally and confidently. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. So happy you're here with us today.
You know, Emma, I was thinking this morning while making my coffee.
Uh-oh, that sounds dangerous.
No, seriously. I was thinking about how we do the same things every single day. Wake up, eat, work, sleep. But do we really know how to talk about these simple daily activities in natural English?
That's such a good point. Most English learners know basic words like eat, sleep, work, but they don't know how native speakers actually describe their day.
Exactly. Like, we don't just say, I ate breakfast. We say, I grabbed a quick breakfast, or I skipped breakfast today.
Right, and that's what makes your English sound natural and fluent, using these everyday expressions that real people actually use.
So today's episode is all about daily life English, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed.
Yes, we're going to walk through a typical day together and teach you how to talk about morning routines, meals, work, free time, and evening activities.
And we'll share tons of useful phrases, idioms, and expressions that you can use in real conversations starting today.
This is a B1 level episode, so if you're an intermediate learner, this is perfect for you. But honestly, learners at any level will find something useful here.
And remember, you don't need to understand every single word. Just relax, listen, and let your brain absorb the natural English.
You can always listen twice. First time just for enjoyment, second time to take notes on phrases you want to remember.
Before we dive in, if you're enjoying Enhance Your English, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us keep making these free episodes for you.
And here's your homework for today. In the comments, write 2 to 3 sentences about your typical day in English using the expressions we teach you.
Yes, something simple like I wake up at 7 a.m., I have a quick breakfast, then I head to work. Just practice writing naturally.
We read every comment, and we love seeing learners from all around the world sharing their daily routines. It's like having a global English class.
All right, are you ready to go through a day in English together?
Let's do it. Let's start at the very beginning, the moment that alarm clock goes off.
Okay, so every day starts the same way for most people, with that annoying sound.
The alarm clock, the enemy of sweet dreams.
Exactly. So the most basic way to say it is, my alarm goes off at 7 a.m.
Goes off means it starts ringing or making noise, not that it turns off. That confuses some learners.
Right. You can also say, my alarm rings, or my alarm wakes me up.
Now, what happens next? Do you jump out of bed immediately?
No way, I hit the snooze button.
Hit snooze. That's when you press the button to stop the alarm for a few more minutes of sleep.
I always tell myself just 5 more minutes, but somehow those 5 minutes feel like 5 seconds.
Same here. We also say I snoozed my alarm or I set my alarm to snooze.
After that, I eventually drag myself out of bed.
Drag myself out of bed. I love that expression. It means you force yourself to get up even though you don't want to.
Exactly. You're not energetic, you're not jumping up, you're slowly pulling your body out of bed.
Some people say, I'm not a morning person, which means you don't feel energetic or happy in the morning.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a morning person. I need coffee before I can even think properly.
What about people who wake up naturally and feel great?
They're called morning people or early birds.
An early bird is someone who wakes up early and feels energetic in the morning.
There's even a saying, the early bird catches the worm.
That means people who wake up early and start their day early have more opportunities and success.
So after you get out of bed, what's next?
Well, I usually shuffle to the bathroom.
Shuffle, that's walking slowly with small steps, usually because you're still half asleep.
Yes, like your feet barely leave the floor.
Then most people wash their face, brush their teeth, and take a shower.
Right, we say I freshen up, which means you wash and clean yourself to feel fresh.
Or I get ready for the day.
You can also say I do my morning routine or I go through my morning routine.
Now, some people are very organized. They have a whole routine: exercise, meditation, journaling.
And some people just stumble around trying to find their socks.
Stumble around means walking unsteadily, maybe bumping into things because you're still sleepy.
So true. What about getting dressed?
You can say, I get dressed, I put on my clothes, or I throw on some clothes.
Throw on means you get dressed quickly without thinking too much about it.
Like, I just threw on a t-shirt and jeans.
And if you're getting dressed nicely for work or a special occasion, you might say, I dressed up or I got dressed up.
Right. So to summarize morning wake-up expressions, my alarm goes off, I hit snooze, I drag myself out of bed, I'm not a morning person, I shuffle to the bathroom, I freshen up, I get ready for the day.
Now let's talk about the most important meal of the day, breakfast.
Although honestly, many people skip breakfast these days.
True. Skip breakfast means you don't eat breakfast at all.
You might say, I don't have time for breakfast, so I usually skip it.
But if you do eat breakfast, there are many ways to describe it.
You can say, I have breakfast, or I eat breakfast.
If you eat quickly, you say, I grab a quick breakfast, or I grab something to eat.
Grab here means to get something quickly, like, I grabbed a banana on my way out.
Or I grabbed a coffee and a croissant from the cafe.
If you eat a large breakfast, you can say, I have a big breakfast, or I have a hearty breakfast.
Hearty means large and satisfying, filling.
Like, I had a hearty breakfast of eggs, bacon, toast, and coffee.
Yum. What about a light breakfast?
You can say, I have a light breakfast, or I just have something light.
For example, I just have yogurt and fruit for breakfast, something light.
Now, some people eat breakfast at home, but many people eat on the go.
On the go means while you're moving, while you're traveling to work or school.
Like, I don't have time to sit down, so I eat breakfast on the go.
You might grab a coffee and a muffin and eat it on the train or in the car.
We also say, I grab a coffee to go, which means you buy coffee to take with you, not to drink in the cafe.
Right. In American English, they also say, I get coffee for here or to go.
And what about drinks in the morning?
Most people say, I need my morning coffee or I can't function without coffee.
So true. I can't function means you can't think or work properly.
Some people say, I'm useless before my first coffee.
Or don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. What about you, James? What's your typical breakfast?
Honestly, I usually just grab a coffee and maybe some toast. I'm not very hungry in the morning.
Same here. I'm more of a light breakfast person, maybe cereal or fruit.
So, breakfast expressions: skip breakfast, grab a quick breakfast, have a hearty breakfast, eat on the go, grab a coffee to go, I need my morning coffee.
All right, after breakfast, most people need to get to work or school. Let's talk about commuting.
Commute is the journey you make from home to work and back again every day.
You can say, my commute is 30 minutes, or I have a long commute.
If you live far from work, you might say, I have a terrible commute, or my commute is killing me.
Killing me is an exaggeration, meaning it's really difficult or annoying.
So, how do people commute? Let's go through different ways.
If you drive, you say, I drive to work, or I commute by car.
You might also say, I get stuck in traffic, which means you can't move because there are too many cars.
Traffic is the worst. You can say, traffic was terrible this morning, or I was stuck in traffic for an hour.
If you take public transportation, you say, I take the bus, or I take the train, or I take the metro or subway.
You can also say, I catch the bus or I catch the train.
Catch here means you get on the bus or train at the right time.
Like, I need to catch the 8 o'clock bus.
If you miss it, you say, I missed my bus or I missed my train.
And then you might be late. I'm running late means you're going to be late.
Some people walk to work. You say, I walk to work or I go to work on foot.
Or if you ride a bicycle, I cycle to work or I bike to work.
More and more people are cycling these days because it's healthy and good for the environment.
Now, what do people do during their commute?
Many people listen to music or podcasts. You can say, I listen to podcasts during my commute.
Or I catch up on the news, which means you read or listen to the news to know what's happening.
Some people read. I read on the train.
Or if you're driving, you might listen to the radio. I listen to the radio on my way to work.
On my way to work means during the journey to work.
Now, when you arrive at work, what do you say?
You can say, I get to work at 9 a.m. or I arrive at work around 9.
Or I usually get in around 9, where get in means arrive at work.
So, commuting expressions. My commute is 30 minutes. I drive to work. I get stuck in traffic. I take the bus, train. I catch the 8 o'clock bus. I missed my train. I am running late. I walk or cycle to work. On my way to work, I get to work at 9.
Now we're at work or school. This is where most people spend the majority of their day.
Right. So let's talk about how to describe what you do at work.
The most basic is, I work from 9 to 5, or I work 9 to 5.
That's the typical office schedule, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
You can also say, I have a 9 to 5 job, which means a regular office job with fixed hours.
Some people say, I clock in at 9, which means you officially start work at 9.
Clock in is when you record your arrival time at work, and clock out is when you record your leaving time.
Now, what do people do when they first arrive at work?
Many people say, I check my emails first thing,
First thing means the very first activity you do.
or I go through my emails, which means you read and deal with your emails.
You might also say, I catch up on emails, especially if you haven't checked them for a while.
Then people usually plan their day. I make a to-do list, or I write down what I need to do today.
A to-do list is a list of tasks you need to complete.
You can say, I have a lot on my plate today, which means you have many tasks or responsibilities.
Or, I'm swamped with work, which means you have too much work and you're very busy.
Swamped literally means flooded with water, but here it means overwhelmed with work.
What about meetings?
Oh, the dreaded meetings. You can say, I have a meeting at 10, or I'm in meetings all day.
Or, I have back-to-back meetings, which means one meeting right after another with no break.
You might also say, I need to attend a meeting, or I'm running to a meeting.
And after the meeting, you might say, that meeting could have been an email.
So true. That's when the meeting was a waste of time and the information could have just been sent in an email.
What about lunch at work?
People say, I take my lunch break at 12, or I have lunch around 1.
You can also say, I grab lunch, which means you get lunch quickly.
Or I go out for lunch if you leave the office to eat somewhere.
Some people say, I bring my lunch or I pack my lunch, which means you prepare food at home and bring it to work.
And some people are too busy, so they say, I eat at my desk, or I work through lunch.
Work through lunch means you don't take a break, you continue working while eating.
Not healthy, but sometimes necessary when you're really busy.
Now, during the workday, you might collaborate with colleagues.
Colleagues are the people you work with.
You might say, I work with my team or I collaborate with my colleagues.
Or, I'm working on a project, which means you're doing a specific task or assignment.
If you finish something, you say, I completed the report or I finished the task.
Or, more casually, I got it done.
And if you're struggling, you might say, I'm stuck on this problem or I need help with this.
At the end of the workday, what do people say?
I'm done for the day or I'm calling it a day.
Calling it a day means you're finishing work and stopping for today.
Or I'm heading out, which means you're leaving.
You might say to your colleagues, I'm heading out now. See you tomorrow.
So, work expressions. I work 9 to 5. I check my emails first thing. I have a lot on my plate. I'm swamped with work. I have back-to-back meetings. I grab lunch. I work through lunch. I'm working on a project. I'm calling it a day. I'm heading out.
All right, work is done. Now let's talk about what people do after work.
Yes, the best part of the day.
So when you finish work, you might say, I'm off work, or I'm done with work.
Or simply, I'm free now.
Now, how do people spend their evenings?
Many people go straight home. You say, I head straight home, or I go directly home.
Straight or directly means you don't stop anywhere else. You go right home.
But some people run errands first.
Run errands means to do small tasks like shopping, going to the post office, or picking up dry cleaning.
You might say, I need to run a few errands after work.
Or, I have to stop by the grocery store, which means you need to go to the grocery store quickly.
Stop by means to visit a place briefly.
You can also say, I pick up groceries on my way home.
On my way home means during your journey home.
Now, when you get home, what do?
First thing, I change out of my work clothes.
Change out of means to take off certain clothes and put on different ones.
You might say, I change into something comfortable, or I get into my comfy clothes.
Comfy is short for comfortable.
Then many people unwind or relax.
Unwind means to relax after a stressful day.
You might say, I like to unwind after work by watching TV, or I unwind with a good book.
Some people say, I decompress, which is similar to unwind. It means to release stress.
What about dinner?
You can say, I make dinner or I cook dinner.
If you're tired, you might say, I order takeout, or I get food delivered.
Takeout is food you order from a restaurant to eat at home.
Or you might say, I can't be bothered to cook tonight.
Can't be bothered means you don't have the energy or motivation to do something.
So true. Sometimes after a long day, cooking feels like too much effort.
What about socializing in the evening?
You might say, I'm meeting friends for dinner, or I'm catching up with a friend.
Catch up with means to spend time with someone you haven't seen in a while and talk about what's been happening.
Or I'm hanging out with friends.
Hang out means to spend casual, relaxed time with people.
You might also say, I have plans tonight, which means you've arranged to do something.
Or if you have no plans, I'm just staying in tonight.
Staying in means staying at home, not going out.
What about hobbies and activities?
People might say, I go to the gym after work, or I hit the gym.
Hit the gym is a casual way to say you go to the gym.
Or I go for a run, or I do yoga.
Some people have creative hobbies. I paint in the evenings, or I practice guitar.
Or I work on my side project, which is something you do outside of your main job.
So, after work expressions. I'm off work. I head straight home. I run errands. I stop by the store. I change into something comfortable. I unwind after work. I order takeout. I can't be bothered to cook tonight. I'm catching up with a friend. I'm staying in tonight. I hit the gym.
Now let's talk about the end of the day, nighttime, and getting ready for bed.
Yes, because how you end your day is just as important as how you start it.
So, in the evening, after dinner and activities, you start winding down.
Wind down means to gradually relax and prepare for sleep.
You might say, I start winding down around 9 p.m.
Many people have an evening routine. I go through my evening routine.
What does your evening routine look like?
Well, I usually tidy up the house a bit, put things away, wash the dishes.
You can say, I clean up the kitchen or I do the dishes.
Then I might watch some TV or scroll through my phone.
We say, I watch a show or I binge watch a series.
Binge watch means to watch many episodes of a TV show one after another.
Guilty. I do that all the time.
Before bed, many people practice self-care.
Self-care means activities you do to take care of your physical and mental health.
You might say, I take a shower before bed, or I have a bath.
Some people say, I do my skincare routine if they use various products on their face.
Or I brush my teeth and wash my face.
Very important. We also say, I get ready for bed.
Some people read before bed. I read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
Or I listen to a podcast, or I meditate.
Many people use their phone in bed. Not always the best habit.
True. We say, I scroll through social media, or I check Instagram before bed.
But experts say we should avoid screens before bed.
They say, put your phone away at least 30 minutes before sleep.
Now, when you're ready to sleep, what do you say?
I'm going to bed, or I'm heading to bed.
Or more casually, I'm going to hit the hay, or I'm hitting the sack.
These are idioms. Hit the hay and hit the sack both mean to go to bed.
They come from old times when mattresses were filled with hay or sacks of straw.
How interesting. You might also say, I'm calling it a night, which means you're ending your evening activities and going to sleep.
Or I'm turning in, which also means going to bed.
If you're really tired, you might say, I'm exhausted or I'm wiped out.
Wiped out means extremely tired, no energy left.
Or I'm dead tired or I'm beat.
All of these mean you're very, very tired.
What about when you actually get into bed?
You say, I climb into bed, or I get into bed.
Then I set my alarm for tomorrow.
Very important. Don't forget to set your alarm.
And finally, I fall asleep or I drift off to sleep.
Drift off means to gradually fall asleep, peacefully.
Some people fall asleep immediately. I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow.
Lucky them. Some people struggle. I toss and turn, which means you move around in bed because you can't sleep.
Or I can't fall asleep, or I have trouble sleeping.
You might also say, I lie awake, which means you're in bed but not sleeping.
So, bedtime expressions. I wind down, I watch a show, I binge watch a series, I get ready for bed, I'm going to bed, I'm hitting the hay, I'm calling it a night, I'm exhausted or wiped out, I set my alarm, I fall asleep, I toss and turn.
Now, let's have some fun with idioms related to daily life.
Yes, these expressions make your English sound so natural and native-like.
First one, rise and shine.
This is what you might say to wake someone up cheerfully. It means, wake up, it's time to get up.
Like a parent might say to their children, rise and shine, kids, time for school.
Next, up and about.
If you're up and about, it means you're awake and active, moving around.
I was up and about by 6 a.m. this morning.
Here's one, the early bird catches the worm.
We mentioned this earlier. It means people who wake up early and start working have more success.
Another one, burning the midnight oil.
This means staying up very late to work or study.
Like, I was burning the midnight oil last night to finish my report.
How about call it a day?
This means to stop working, to finish for today.
Let's call it a day. We've done enough work.
Next, in the same boat.
This means to be in the same situation as someone else, usually a difficult situation.
We're all tired from work. We're in the same boat.
Here's a good one. Get the ball rolling.
This means to start something, to begin an activity or process.
Let's get the ball rolling on this project.
How about on the ball?
If you're on the ball, you're alert, quick to understand, and efficient.
She's really on the ball. She finished all her tasks ahead of time.
Another, behind schedule.
This means you're late. You're not progressing as fast as planned.
Sorry, I'm behind schedule today. I'll finish tomorrow.
And the opposite, ahead of schedule.
This means you're early. You're progressing faster than planned.
Great news, we're ahead of schedule on the project.
One more, a piece of cake.
This means something is very easy.
The test was a piece of cake. I finished it in 10 minutes.
These idioms really add color to your English.
All right, we've covered so much today. Let's do our vocabulary tour.
Yes, let's review all the important expressions with examples.
Waking up. I hit snooze. I drag myself out of bed. I'm not a morning person. I freshen up. I get ready for the day.
Breakfast. I skip breakfast. I grab a quick breakfast. I have a hearty breakfast. I eat on the go. I need my morning coffee.
Commuting. My commute is 30 minutes. I get stuck in traffic. I take the bus or train. I catch the 8 o'clock bus. I'm running late. On my way to work.
At work. I work 9 to 5. I check my emails first thing. I have a lot on my plate. I'm swamped with work. I grab lunch. I'm calling it a day.
After work. I head straight home. I run errands. I change into something comfortable. I unwind after work. I ordered takeout. I'm catching up with friends. I'm staying in tonight.
Bedtime. I wind down. I get ready for bed. I'm hitting the hay. I'm exhausted. I set my alarm. I fall asleep.
Idioms. Rise and shine. The early bird catches the worm. Burning the midnight oil. Call it a day. Get the ball rolling. A piece of cake.
And that's it for today's episode on Daily Life English.
We hope you learned tons of useful expressions that you can use every single day.
Remember, talking about your daily routine is one of the most common conversation topics, so these phrases will be super helpful.
Don't forget your homework. Write 2 to 3 sentences in the comments about your typical day using the expressions we taught you today.
For example, I wake up at 7 and grab a quick breakfast. Then I take the bus to work. After work, I hit the gym and unwind by watching TV.
We love reading your comments and seeing you practice.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to enhance your English.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep enhancing your English.
See you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.